Alrighty, welcome to episode 24. And I've got a guest, Mr. Steve Rodriguez.
What's up, people? 24. Hey. Isn't that a good number?
Yeah, it is. I think we've got a little bit of internet latency today.
That's all right. Hey, nothing we haven't dealt
I,
with
I paid
before.
my bill, or I think I
I
did.
paid mine also, but my wife said there was a spectrum outage earlier.
That's probably what's affecting it.
There's so many
I
people at
know
home
on
already.
one of my siblings' podcasts, I noticed he had some latency too this morning.
Really?
Yes, I tuned in
Mm.
today.
Anything interesting?
Oh, just the advocation of returning corporal punishment back to the schools, and
Oh, wow.
what's what was the other topic? Oh, and school supplies.
School supplies.
Yeah, yeah. The idea is to return corporal punishment back. Paddling.
And
Did
that
you ever
will
get
help
paddled?
out.
Did you ever get paddled?
Never.
Did you ever come close to getting paddled?
No. I was a good student.
Well, so was I, but I almost missed it by a little bit.
So then you weren't a good student.
No, I was. I was falsely accused of something.
Falsely accused. Is that your story?
Yes. No, it's the truth.
All right. All right. All right. If you say so. I believe you.
It, anyway, it's episode 24,
24.
right
And
before
what's
the
the
big one.
episode about?
Well, today's episode is about Google. Um,
Google. I've heard
and
of them.
yeah, well, Google is the world's largest search engine, but they're more than a search engine. They started off as a search engine, but they own Gmail, which a lot of people use, and of course, Google Docs, YouTube, you know.
Really? I
So,
didn't know YouTube was on.
yeah, yeah, YouTube is owned by Google.
Oh, wow.
So, a lot of your interaction online is really through Google or through their Google services. So every year, just like Apple, they have a Google conference.
But
And
this
basically,
isn't
this is
as widely published?
it is if you kind of are wrapped up in the Google world. I mean, most people don't follow it like they made the Apple conference. But even next month's conference is not really followed even on the Apple side unless you're a programmer or a coder.
Uh huh.
They follow the September announcements where they release the hardware and stuff like that. So, like
But
next week,
when they release the iPhone?
they may or they may not release something next week. The conference is for developers, and typically what they'll
Uh,
release is the operating system. Maybe a new iOS for the phone, or an
well,
OS for the iPad, even the Mac. Yeah, but it's more about software than anything
so now
else, and it's the same thing with Google.
they're out to 15. I believe Apple.
Yeah, the conference starts from the 6th to the end of the week, whatever that is. I think it's the 10th.
Gotcha.
But the big day is Monday. Right. That's the big day.
That's the big announcement.
Everything else after that, it's boring.
All right. So
So,
talk to me about Google. What did they? What were
well,
their major announcements?
they're gonna they're gonna release Android 13, which is going to be the next version of Android, and there's a lot of features that they're incorporating into it. They've beefed up security quite a bit. Google's also going to do updates to Maps. And then, of course, they're kind of pushing to do integration of their screen sizes, making it easier to develop software that works across all devices easy. So that's something
They
that's
were having
dogged them for a long time
what?
in the past.
They were having an issue.
Huh?
Were they having an issue with that?
Yes. Primarily what happens is because the majority of users on Android are phone users, they develop the application specifically for the phone size. And I don't know if you're familiar with the differences in screen sizes when it comes to devices. And it doesn't matter whether it's Windows, Android, or even iOS. When you display something, you display it at a lower resolution when you're on the phone. It's about 420 pixels or less.
So I don't
Right?
have
And
1080.
that's to fit. No,
I
you
don't
do
have
have
1080 when
1080.
I'm on my.
You do have 1080, but it's a reduced form factor. Yeah. So you have to do it that way. So for a regular tablet, you're looking at 720 pixels. For the iPad, it's 940 pixels. And then anything above a PC, now you're talking 1920 or greater.
Gotcha.
So what happens is that when somebody designs a web application, they have to take into account the different sizes as they develop the application so that the stuff is not skewed all over the place. And that's
Mm-hmm.
always dogged. It's the hardest part of the application development process. One of the hardest.
Have the
Because
comments turned on?
what could, huh?
Do you have
Oh,
the
good
comments
question.
turned on?
I do. I believe I do.
All right.
Hold on. Let me see. I can. Well, you know what? I probably don't. Hold on one second.
Usually
Ay, ay,
we would
ay.
have at least one comment by now.
I know. What happens is I didn't turn it on. Rabido's probably anxious.
Yes,
He
sir.
likes to chat. Oh,
Are you
let's
recording?
see here. Yeah, I'm recording. Hold on. I'm popping out the chat here. PC's slow. It's really annoying when the machine is like super duper and it's slow.
Hey,
It is slow.
might be the user.
There we go. There's Ramiro.
I see nothing yet.
Hold on. Oh man. How could I not turn on chat today? What happened to
See?
me?
That's all right. That's why you have me.
Ah, he needs to resend his chat. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to resend his chat. I didn't have it turned on. I'm losing my
All right.
magic touch. Hold on. It's slow. Wow.
When's the last time you rebooted?
You asked me that question the last time. That's weird. Hold on. Maybe the chat is. Let's see here. No, that's the right. That's the right chat. I'll key it in just one more time. Oh, no, hold on. Wrong one.
There we go.
There we go.
Northern Pennsylvania.
Don't
What's
ask
up,
me
Mr.
why.
Berman?
I know. Look at him. He's all over the place.
Be safe up
He'll
there.
be in Ohio, I think, tomorrow.
Be safe up there,
You
especially
don't have
with
to
all
worry about
those,
a
all those DOT
yeah. You don't have
people.
no DOT inspector. Ay, ay, ay. So anyway, so as I was saying, there's always been an issue when programming and making applications for tablets and mobile devices. You have to take into account the different screen sizes, so that if you center a title, it looks centered on the phone, it looks centered on the tablet, and it looks centered on the PC site. And if you do the application correctly, you shouldn't have to worry about it. But even then, on the Google side, there's always been an issue where if you develop an application for the phone side, you literally have to program it across all platforms. And a lot of developers don't do that because that's extra work. It's not easy. So if the majority of your downloads from the Play Store are from phones and very little for tablets, you have no incentive to develop a tablet version.
Right.
So that's one of the issues. It would be the same thing on the iPad side if they had that issue, but they don't. So, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the theater.
Hey, we have
our theater seats and our... No popcorn this time. But we're going to check out a video.
Episode and no popcorn.
I know. All right, here we go. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, so we've got our theater seats back. We've got our screen back, which I'm glad. So now we're going to watch an 18-minute short video.
18 minutes.
It'll go fast. I'll move around.
All right.
We will start with a quick preview of the new Google Pixel Watch. And it's coming this fall with our new Pixel 7. Pixel Watch is a bold circular dome design, a tactile crown, and beautiful recycled stainless steel with customizable bands that seamlessly attach. And Pixel Watch delivers an outstanding Wear OS experience on your wrist. It features an improved Wear OS UI with more fluid navigations and smart notifications. You can ask the assistant for help getting things done, and for those little bits of information you need throughout the day. And with Google Maps, you can get directions on the go even without your phone.
You should be able to have video.
You can leave your physical wallet at home too.
The,
and with the new Google Home app for Wear OS, you can turn off the lights, adjust the thermostat, or get an alert when there's a person or a package at your front door. Now, my favorite thing about the watch is the deep integration with Fitbit. It's coming first to the Google Pixel Watch for industry-leading health and fitness experiences. You can get insights into your health with continuous heart rate and sleep tracking. You can see
How
your
about now?
active zone minutes when you're working out and track your stats and progress against your personal fitness goals. It'll be available this fall, and we'll share many more details in the coming months.
Today, I'm excited for Sonia to show you the new Pixel 6a.
Pixel 6a delivers the helpful, personal Pixel experience for the
Yeah, so one of the very first things that they're going to come out is with the Pixel Watch. You know, there's always been Android watches out there. I've had a few, but the one that I've used is the Fossil, the one made by Fossil. Yeah. I've never used anything from Google themselves or even Samsung. So they're going to release this Pixel Watch with those updates. And I guess it's integration with Fitbit. I mean, do you have an Apple Watch or do you have a Fitbit watch?
Apple Watch.
And do you record your walking steps?
Yes.
You
yes.
do?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm in fishing with Nancy and the girls and another friend of mine, and it just tracks all the steps. How many times you stand, how many times you sit. It tells you to get up every hour on the hour.
So you use it for that?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I used to keep track of my walking. I don't, because honestly, I've never been a watch person. I use it for a while, and then that's it. It's the same thing with rings. As you noticed, I don't have any my wedding band because I lost it. I have my graduation rings. I lost. You know. Do you still have your wedding band or no?
What's that?
No, I'm just asking. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I don't lose this chain is because it's stuck to my neck. But yeah. But yeah, typically, me and jewelry, we just don't get along. We lose each other. So it's the same thing with the watch. I honestly didn't use it, really. You know, for me, I still prefer using the big screen.
Yeah. Well, I got my Apple Watch
if you're
when they first came out. And
Go ahead.
Now the girls have theirs, Nancy has hers, and I have mine. So we all use it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's some people that actually can't use their cell phones at work. Or they can't have them out.
Uh-huh.
So what they do is they use the watch to get their messages and reply.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
unbelievably, there's places that don't allow for phone usage at work.
Yes.
Kind of crazy. I know they tried at one place that I worked at to get rid of them. They tried prohibiting personal cell phones, and that never worked.
Nope.
So, no. So we'll go ahead and keep on looking at the video. The next thing they're going to introduce is the new Pixel phones. I've never been really a fan of the Pixel phones, but some people like them.
unbeatable price of $449. Pixel 6a shares the same iconic design language introduced on Pixel 6, with a unique two-tone look and slim bezels surrounding our perfectly pocketable 6.1-inch display. And you'll notice the Pixel camera bar, which houses our dual rear camera system with a 12-megapixel main and ultra-wide lens. And all of that is encased in our recycled aluminum frame. It means that Pixel 6a includes the same fast 5G connectivity as Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. It uses the exact same security architecture with Titan M2 for industry-leading protection that makes the phone more resilient to attacks. And most importantly, Pixel 6a uses the same premium Google Tensor SoC as our Pixel 6 Pro. The camera system has real tone built in, so your photos are beautifully and accurately reflect your own skin tone. It also has night sight, so you can take incredible low-light photos. And yes, Pixel 6a includes Magic Eraser in Google Photos to remove those distractions from your otherwise perfect pictures. So you can also change the color of distracting objects in your photo. In a tap, the object's colors and shading blend in naturally. And thanks to Tensor, we're able to bring Live Translate to Pixel 6a. Along with the Titan M2 security chip, there's an under-display fingerprint sensor for secure unlock. And you'll get 5 years of security updates. So you'll always have the latest protection. We're super excited to make Pixel 6a available for just $449.
Here's a first look at the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro. You can see that we've extended the
Everyone loves spreadsheets. Actually, they don't. But check this out. GameWonder.com. Get started. Import.
We got bad internet today.
helpful personalized experiences across speech, photography, video.
You there?
Yes.
Yeah, the internet's really bad. We've got all kinds of frames dropping out. All right, let me keep on moving.
Well, so far the Pixel 6a and 7.
Correct.
Relevant and safe. So later this year, we'll launch My Ad Center to give you even more control over the ad.
Hold on. I lost where we were at.
That's all right. That's all right.
All the objects within it. Some
Pro series are built to deliver a helpful, hands-free experience, so you can.
I'm gonna switch back to the. Yeah, we've got some really bad internet tonight.
Is it big? Is it the sun?
Doesn't look very pretty.
Well, the basics of it is it came out with new phones with a lot more updates, right?
Yeah, the biggest thing was Android 13. But man, yeah, we've got a lot of frames dropping left and right.
It's internet going on, so.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting, to see where that rolls out. I have an Android phone, and I think I'm at, let me see if I'm at 12. Let's see what version I'm at. Wow. Here we go, about the phone. Actually, I'm in 10.
And you haven't updated?
I'm way... Well, the thing about Android, Android, unlike Apple, is that you have to wait for your phone manufacturer to get the latest and greatest. Sometimes they
Really?
don't. They won't do it to force you to a new phone. Right. Yeah. Which Apple is doing now too. If you have an older device and they come
Oh
out
yeah.
with a new iOS, they'll force you to get a new phone.
A friend of
And
mine
it's
had
the
an
same thing
Android
with
device about 2 years ago,
uh-huh.
no, 3 years ago, and he wasn't able to log in to his banking app anymore.
Correct.
It
Yeah.
wasn't supported.
Yeah. And it's the same
And
thing.
that's
Like
a
I've got an iPad.
portion.
Yeah, I've got an iPad, same thing. If I try to do a banking app with the version on that iPad, I won't be able to use it and I can't update it. They want you to get new devices. That's the thing. And is that right? I don't know.
I thought that was illegal.
No, it's not. Apple tried monkeying around with the battery life a few years ago with the older phones, where they would make the battery not last long.
Right.
But, it's no incentive for them for you to keep on using an old phone. In fact, that's the main worry that all the phone manufacturers have, is that, like on the Apple side, the majority of people still have 11s. They don't have 12s or 13s. For whatever reason, they've opted not to upgrade.
At work,
Maybe it's
we still have a
cost.
6.
Yeah, and they work great.
At work, we still have 6.
But
The boss has 11, and we have one at SARS.
yeah, so it's a problem. Where I think the fault is the cost of the phones themselves. Like on the Apple side, they're saying the 14 is going to be base entry model, $1,200.
Well, isn't it right now 1,000?
That's for your Pro, your higher phone. But the phone right now, like a 13, I think right now, you can get for about $700. The 14 is the base phone is gonna be $1,200.
Man.
So imagine that. And the problem is, as you well know, they love financing those phones over 24 months.
Yep.
So
and a lot of people do
it. Yep. So your average bill is, let's say, $50. Then you add the $30 for the financed phone. And then on top of that, sometimes you even have extra data charges to give you unlimited. So on average, your phone bill is about $100 per device.
Yes. That's what mine is.
Yeah. I'm waiting on the
Ramiro.
iPhone. Yeah, Ramino's got lots of money.
Hey.
He can afford all those goodies. The rest of us poor people can't
Yeah.
afford that. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens on the pricing on that phone. But the question that I have is, how many people will flock to it? I don't know.
The same amount
It
of
hasn't
people that
worked.
have flocked. Hey, the
Huh?
same amount of people that have flocked to every single iPhone release.
Well, you have the Kool-Aid drinkers. I mean, we know that. I mean, those Kool-Aid drinkers, they'll absorb anything Apple puts out, whether good or bad. And they'll spend whatever it takes. But it really, besides the Kool-Aid drinkers, everybody else is held back. You know, so I think it has to do with the cost.
Oh yes, definitely.
I mean, imagine
Definitely.
grandma. What grandma would think about people paying what they do on their cell phones on the
Está
monthly
loco.
plan. I mean, grandma would
She
never do that.
That's over. She would get this over.
Exactly. It's crazy what we pay for phones today.
But
If you're a
yet,
family, it's not uncommon to pay $200-300 a month.
they make it easy by financing it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what's funny is down the road, was you haven't even paid off the phone and they're already offering you an upgrade.
That's what's happening to me right now. All right.
Yeah.
They're offering me an upgrade from the 12 to the 13,
Yeah.
and I don't want it.
I wouldn't upgrade. You should wait to see what the 14 will be like.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Oh, see, not true. Stop spreading fake rumors.
I asked on the 13th. What? What's he talking about? I don't know. Well, we'll definitely have him come on for a 14 review.
Yeah, he should.
Right? We should have him on for an iPhone 14 review. If he's going to get the
Yep.
Pro Max, yeah. We'll have him on. That way he can give us before any of us go out to buy one.
And tell us if it's really worth it or not.
I know. But it'll be interesting. Next week will be very interesting.
Hey, he passed on the 13.
Okay,
All right.
so he was one of the passers. He was not he gave up his Kool-Aid. He didn't like the flavor of Kool-Aid. Well, it'll be interesting next week. If they do release something, maybe it'll be a phone. Or maybe they'll announce a release of a phone.
And they might announce it.
Now, do you, on the watch, do you have the latest generation or a previous generation?
I have a 5.
Which is how many generations?
It's up to 7 right now.
So you're 2 generations behind.
I am. Nancy has a 7.
Okay, so you don't need the vibrate mode.
No, I don't need that one.
You don't need stimulation.
And the girl still has a 4.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
But on the girls, they've noticed that it lags a lot and it's a lot slower. So just like with the phones, I'm thinking Apple's doing it to the watches.
You think?
Yep.
That would be sneaky.
Hey, the Apple Watch Series 1 can't do anything with it anymore.
Yeah. I do like Kool-Aid, by the way. Cherry or strawberry?
That's funny.
Yeah. No. Well, it'll be interesting next week, but I'm pretty sure that the first day is going to be the big day. They're going to announce.
But a lot
like
of
I
people
said,
have Android now. All right.
Yeah.
A lot of people still have Android.
The world. Well, I mean, the if you look at it by the numbers, Android is the dominant operating system. It started off in the other countries because it was so cheap to
Yes.
create a phone. So, Android, I mean, that was one of the reasons why, Jobs swore that he was not going to rest until he destroyed Android because he saw it as a threat. It was a big
Well,
threat
it
to
is.
them. He likes grape? Ah, okay. That's not too
It
bad.
is a threat. It is a threat. It's made cheaper, more widely available, right? For those of us that cannot afford a $1,400 phone.
Well, there's another thing you to consider. It is an open operating system. Unlike Apple, that if let's say you developed a super duper app, well, you may or may not be able to put it on the Apple App Store, and then you got to share your proceeds. And on the Android side, it's an open operating system, so anybody can develop for it. So, like, if you want to
Really?
design an Apple application today, you have to own a Mac. You cannot design an iOS app without a Mac. And on the Android side, it can be anything from a Chromebook to a Windows PC. So you can design Android apps that way, And I actually tried messing with that in the past. I didn't get too far because I get bored after a while. But it happens. But Android
Yep.
was considered a threat by Jobs because he felt that Google stole the idea from Apple.
Possibility.
We've heard that. Well, we've heard that story before.
Conspiracy
when he-
theories.
Well, when he came out with the Mac, that was the so-called point, mouse, and click, right? But what he failed to mention is that he went over to Xerox and saw the exact same thing.
Yep.
So did he not take the idea back to Apple? Of course he did. And then he was all pissed off when Microsoft went and built Windows. But that was why, because he needed Microsoft to develop Microsoft Office for the Mac. Excel came out for the Mac first, by the way. It didn't come out for Windows.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Word came out for the Mac first. So just think about it. If you're Microsoft and you're making these applications for the Mac, of course you're going to learn something and you're going to apply it to your other platform.
Right. Your own product.
So I don't think it was stealing. But he thought it was stealing. I mean, yeah, it is cheaper. But it's feature to feature, it's pretty comparable. The only place that they have failed has been on the tablet side. It's dogged them with those screen sizes. And then of course the different manufacturers that they have to deal with, LG, Samsung, those guys, they want to put their own shit on there. And then what happens when a new version of Android comes in, it may or may not be compatible with whatever crap is sitting on the phone. And that's
Right.
been a problem. No. Trump got rid of it. Your presidente got rid of it. Along with ZT. Who was the other company? Oh, Huawei.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Huawei and ZTE were banned. I actually owned a ZTE phone. They weren't bad. I have several Android phones sitting on my desk here. They just sit there. They're old phones. But my idea was when I developed that super duper killer 99-cent app, I was going to test them on those phones.
All right.
I never made my
And what
99
happened?
cent app. I never made it. I never made that 99 cent app. So I wish I had. I,
It's
I'd
not
be
too late.
retired by now.
It's not too late.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm amazed still how many people play Candy Crush to this day. How long has that stupid game's been out there?
It's been out there for a while
Like 10 years?
or something.
Maybe more? Did you ever play Candy Crush?
No.
I mean, I played Angry Birds. I like that one. That was pretty cool. You know. But, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, like I said, I've got this Android phone, and I'm probably going to upgrade it down the road. But I just use it for basic stuff. Email, checking my stuff, banking. I actually use my phone more for banking than I use the PC because I don't trust my PC. I've had too many hacking viruses on my PC.
Right.
So, so next week we're going to have a 3 co-host show, hopefully. Oh, are you going to be around?
No, remember, next week I work nights. Hey, bring
Monday?
Ramiro in.
No, hombre, he goes, he's a viejito. He goes to sleep at 7 o'clock. I'm surprised he's on.
Come on, Ramiro, you can do it. Just remember to put on duty, not driving.
Maybe I should bring it Osmo on.
Hey, that would be a good idea.
No, but he can't even install a printer.
Dude,
It's always
but he
asking
has
for
people
help.
for him.
Huh? What?
He has people that does it for him.
He has people that does it for him? Well, he's never asked me to help him.
Right. You charge too much?
No, because he'd have to buy lunch, and he likes to get lunch invites.
So next week you'll have the Mr. What's his name?
The Mr. Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be at 8 o'clock, I think.
All right.
But it'll just be one day. Monday. Isn't Monday your day off?
No, next week I work Monday to Friday, night shift.
Do you want me to give you an excuse to be off of work?
No. That's all right.
Actually, I wanted to have 3 people on next week because we're probably going to switch over to using the Video Ninja.
Oh, the new program.
Yeah, the one that we tried a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
I think long term that'll be a better solution than Zoom or Google Meets. So I wanted to do that, but if not, we'll have to wait for another show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
But
well,
anyway, all right.
you know, hopefully what Google brings.
Well, definitely I couldn't show the part about the maps, but there's updates to maps, and I use those quite a bit. And I do search quite a bit. I mean nobody goes to Yahoo to do searches anymore.
I do.
Oh, pues estás bien behind the times.
Hey. Yahoo's on my favorites.
Now, do you have what kind of email do you use?
My Outlook. And
I know you use that for
iCloud.
work. But
And for personal, iCloud.
what?
iCloud personal.
I know. You gotta go to Gmail.
Nope.
Do you still have your
Nope.
old AOL email?
Yes, sir. Speaking about AOL, I received a scam message today saying that they had charged me $399 at Geek Squad. But if I wanted reimbursement, to call a 1-800 number. So I
Did you
called
check the email address?
Intuit. It was Intuit. All right.
Wow.
So I called that 1-800 number. And, hello, how may I help you? I'm like, where are you located? And he's like, why do you want to know that? I'm like, where are you located? Why do you want to know that? And well, I got an email from you guys saying that you guys charge me a certain amount. Where are you located?
Yeah.
Have a good day, sir. He hung up.
Yeah. I get a lot of those. If I check my AOL email, which I still have it, you see a lot of those scams. Even in Gmail, I get some scams too. You know, it's like
Yes.
like today, I got on Facebook. I got this friend request, and I get friend requests. You know, some people I turn down because I know I don't know them. But there was one guy that instant messaged me today, and I kept on looking at his name, held back from accepting the friend request, and then it hit me at 5 o'clock who it was. It was one of my former employees. So I know he sent the request early in the morning, so he probably was wondering, well, why hasn't he accepted? But I kept on looking at the face, and I kept on looking at the name, and I could not remember. It's like, wow. I still use
So he
AOL.
still uses AOL?
Now, do you use dial-up? Or just the AOL email, Ramiro? I still use AOL email because I have a ton of stuff tied to it. I used to like the instant messenger. Remember the AIM?
Yep.
Those were the good old days.
Yes, sir.
There's no fun in it now. Sad. But anyway. Well, I really apologize for the bad internet. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I've noticed it in other podcasts this today that it was just slow.
It happens, man.
And I know I paid
But we
the
got
bill.
the points across.
Yeah, we did. We did. I mean, I wish I could have shown more of the video. But I am going to take your advice. I am going to reboot my machine before next week.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Ay. So,
Anyway. And you have a good night.
all right. Well, it was an
joining
hour-long
with us.
show.
Huh?
So it was an hour-long show.
Wow. Thank you, everybody that joined us.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to our crazy selves. You know, disseminating information
Yeah.
on Google.
And we apologize for the bad internet, but we usually don't have it this way, but it's been acting up all day, so.